Financial literacy. Each of us knows what it is, and each believes that he knows better how to handle his money. But this is self-deception. Due to self-confidence, we ignore financial self-education. Here is the result of inaction. More than 70 million Americans, or 35% of the US population, are indebted to creditors. I doubt that people who have 2 or 3 loans predicted such a future for themselves. Surely they planned to earn a lot, open a business, have passive sources of income, like almost every one of us. Yes, maybe not all. But even if a minority, even if out of 70 million debtors, at least 1 million people dreamed of a good future. In this scenario, what are the chances that you will not be among these people? What is financial literacy? In simple words, what is included in the concept of financial literacy? The first is ability to handle personal finances. The second is knowledge of financial instruments. For example, bank cards, deposits, loans, stocks, bonds, etc. A person should be guided in them and not just know about their existence. The third is responsibility for making financial decisions. For example, if you decide to take out a loan and cannot repay it, this is your miscalculation and illiteracy, and not the fault of the bank, which inflates the interest rate. Where does financial literacy begin? Let's stop at the first point. Personal finance control. This is necessary so that you do not have to pay loans until the end of your days. The goal of any financial literate person is that income should exceed expenses. But there are nuances here. Leaving it to zero is also not quite the right approach, except for one option. What do you think? When living to zero is a good example of financial literacy. For example, if earlier John had a salary of 60,000 and he spent 80,000 monthly, but then he took up his mind and began to spend 60,000. That is, he went to zero. These are the first steps on the path of financial literacy. Keeping it up, gaining knowledge in financial management, he will soon be able to move even further. The first savings will appear, which he will save. Thus, when a person moves his financial situation off the ground, we can assume that he has embarked on the path of studying financial literacy. How to start taking control of your personal finances. The first, you need to determine how much money you spend monthly on various needs. How much we earn, we know exactly. How much we spend is already more difficult. Therefore, make a table for yourself and write down all your daily expenses and income. This can be done in several ways. An application for a smartphone, a special program for a computer, or make it in Excel. The second, at the end of the month, you should compare figures, income and expenses. If you are not satisfied with the values, say the costs are too big, this is an occasion to reconsider your expenses within a month. Surely you will find something superfluous without which you could manage. How to increase income? It all depends on your skills and capabilities. It could be the first, side job; the second, work in the second shift; the third, starting your own business; the fourth, freelance; the fifth, take work home; And there are plenty of other options. But at the same time, everything does not need to go to extremes. Yes, we need to cut costs. This will allow you to get out of debt or just start to finally accumulate capital. But cutting yourself in everything is unacceptable. There are such items of expenditure as a gym, theater, cinema, hobbies. If you deny yourself cultural and physical development, it is easy to become a slave of money, and we don't want that. Because in this case, you will not control the money, but the money will control you. We must maintain our interests and develop in all directions. Take care.